Just posting more reels is not the only way to grow on Instagram, and there are so many other strategies that the experts are not talking about. Even though I've been focusing my efforts on LinkedIn, I recently hit another milestone on Instagram. So I thought it would be a good time to have a candid conversation about growing your audience on Instagram. Without further ado, let's hop in. Hi, I'm LaShonda, and welcome to Bootstrap Biz Advice, where I teach people how to grow a biz without breaking the bank. You can follow me on Instagram at LaShonda M. Brown to see all my strategies in plain view. This video was inspired by a recent carousel post on my feed about how I actually hit 8K on Instagram. The number one thing that killed my creativity on Instagram was Reels and Reels bonuses. All of a sudden, I found myself creating for an algorithm instead of people, and I lost myself. I thought that's what I had to do to grow, and I was wrong. If you've been struggling with Instagram growth and just posting more Reels doesn't seem like a strategy that's in alignment with how you want to market online, here are 6 things that actually worked for me over the past couple months. Strategic unplugging. When I was consuming more than I was creating, I found it incredibly difficult to produce content that I was proud of. Strategic unplugging helped me recharge my batteries, so content creation didn't burn me out. Now for me, that looked like no Instagram Saturday night through Monday morning, but I would encourage you to find a system that works well for you. You do not need to post every day. And to be completely honest with you, if you allow your stories to expire and then come back after all of your stories are gone, that post will perform higher with an engagement sticker. So it actually helps your account to allow your audience to breathe a little. So there truly is no need to post every day. So find a time that lets you recharge your batteries, get inspired by content other than your competitors on Instagram, and it will benefit your feed overall. Elevating others. I started using my platform to elevate others instead of constantly focusing on myself. Tagging friends more in my stories and celebrating other business owners led to shares on their accounts and new followers. I also added brands as collaborators to reach their audience. Now here's how that actually worked out. For a recent webinar that I did with Flowdesk, I created an ad on my account that advertised the webinar. I created a thumbnail that not only worked on my feed, but worked on the Flowdesk feed as well. And then I invited them as a collaborator. When I did that, the views on their account also showed up on mine. And so together, we helped that reel reach more people. You are going to grow faster on Instagram if you can find opportunities to collaborate with other accounts that make sense. Collaborating with accounts that don't have the same audience is not going to help you grow in the right direction. So by partnering with brands like Flowdesk and Jotform, not only did that content reach more people, but it helped me to grow my following. C.S. Lewis says, "True humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less." So going back to your Instagram account, how can you elevate others? How can you think of yourself less? You can collaborate with other brands. You can do Instagram takeovers. You can simply create content that brings attention to other people who serve the same audience you do, and that's going to help you to grow. Reducing friction. I began incorporating my social handle into my speaking presentations at the bottom of my slides to make it easier for people to find me after a webinar. I realized the easier I made it for people to follow me, the more they did. My lack of clarity was one of the biggest things standing in the way of my growth. Owning my voice. When I made the decision to put my daily content efforts over on LinkedIn, it freed me up to talk about whatever I wanted to on Instagram. I didn't feel beholden to the platform anymore, and ironically enough, people noticed that freedom and they gravitated to it. So I would encourage you, stop being afraid of posting what you actually think. You may repel some people in the process, but you will also attract your tribe. Asking for help. Let's be honest. It's incredibly inefficient to film yourself. Sure, there are apps and self-timers and tripods, but wouldn't it be easier to have someone else operating the camera? Brianna is my social media editor, and she has single-handedly restored the joy of creating video content here. I invite her to events, she captures the clips for me, and at the end of the night, we just airdrop the files, or in some cases, she will actually do the editing for me. Do not be afraid to ask people for help, because guess what? Some of the biggest influencers that you are looking at on Instagram actually help each other create content. Even if you don't see them on camera, they will go to events together and film each other so that they can get the content that they need. So yes, you're going to see people creating reels about how you can film yourself, but the big people that you're following usually have some type of team helping them to generate their content. Removing reels. Okay, so this last one may ruffle some feathers, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I started removing low-performing reels from my feed. Now, I didn't delete them, but they're not visible unless you click on the Reels tab. I got sick of feeling like every single reel had to be a home run or go viral. The freedom to draw less attention to the reels that did not get any algorithm love helped me to focus on the numbers less. To grow on Instagram in a sustainable way in this season of my life without sacrificing my sanity caused me to shift my priorities. Instead of focusing on, will this go viral or will this make me money? I started focusing on, will this content be valuable to my audience, and am I actually enjoying the process of creating this? When I was proud of the content I created and I enjoyed the process of creating, people shared those posts and my account grew without posting reels every day. Now, a great way to take a break from reels is posting carousels. And if you would like access to the exact Canva template I created for this post, just buy me a coffee and you'll get instant access if you donate before Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you are still burnt out on Instagram and you would like to try something else, check out my candid conversation about why I switched to LinkedIn for daily feed content. Until next time, ta-ta for now.